To increase conversions and sales in your Shopify store, you need to make sure your product pages are fully optimized. This is where the customer goes to view and learn more about your product before making a final purchase decision, making your product page the most important page in your store for converting shoppers into customers. In this video, we'll go over 11 essential tips to optimize your Shopify product page and maximize conversions. From writing your product titles and descriptions to improving your product photos, you'll learn how to create an engaging product page that grabs attention and encourages customers to actually make a purchase. So now let's head over to Shopify and go over how to optimize your product pages. If you haven't joined Shopify yet, make sure you access your free trial by heading over to jasongandy.info or by clicking my affiliate link in the video description. No credit card is required to unlock your free trial. And if you like it, which I bet you will, you can get 3 months of Shopify for only $1 per month on select plans. If you're an entrepreneur, Shopify is definitely one of the most popular and one of the best platforms you could use to build your online business. So once you get to Shopify, go ahead and log in. You should then be taken to your account dashboard. Here's where you can view your analytics, update your online store, and of course, edit your products. To edit your product pages, we'll need to head over to the Products menu. To do this, let's look at the menu on the left-hand side and click on the Products tab. Here's where you can view all of the products that you've added to your Shopify store and where you can add new products as well. For my demo store here, the product that I'll be optimizing is my men's classic tee. So let's find it in my products list here and click it to open up the editing menu. So here's where I can update all of the details and the media for my men's classic tee. It looks pretty plain right now, but we'll be spicing it up as we go through the optimization tips. So let's jump right into it with our first product page optimization tip, which is to sell the right product. It may be really cool that you're into polka dot cargo shorts, but I doubt there's a big enough interest to reach a significant online market. You have to sell products that people actually want to buy. The easiest way to do this is to see what's already selling in your niche. To research items to sell, you could use something like Google Trends to check the popularity of a product, or check best sellers in your niche on sites like Amazon to see what people are currently buying. This is a great way to stay on top of trending products and opportunities in your market. You also want to sell something that you actually know about. You want to be able to confidently promote and talk about your products. By knowing your product, you will have a better idea of what marketing strategies will be most effective. Since you have the same interests as your target market, you'll know what your customers like and how to connect with them to build an audience for your products. But if you already have an audience, sell something that they need or something they'd be interested in. If you run a travel blog, for example, maybe you could sell those cool travel pillows that people use on airplanes. It's cost effective, has small dimensions for storage, it's lightweight for shipping, and everyone that travels probably needs one. You want to make sure you can handle the ordering, storage, and shipping of the products you select. If you plan to sell bowling balls, for example, storage, shipping, and return costs could become an issue. So the second optimization tip is something that should always be done before writing your product titles and descriptions, which is to perform keyword research. Using relevant keywords and keyword phrases in your product page text will let search engines know what your page is about and increase the search engine optimization or SEO of your online store. You want to find and use keywords that customers are typing into search engines when looking for your particular product. Using the right keywords makes your store appear higher in the search results, leading to more clicks and, of course, more sales. On your Shopify product page, we'll be adding the keywords and phrases to 4 different sections, which include your title, your page body content, your meta descriptions, and your product tags. There are tons of keyword research tools available online today that you can use to find keywords that are specific to your product. A free site that I've been using recently, which actually seems to be pretty good, is wordstream.com. Wordstream is a free online keyword research tool that allows you to simply enter a keyword and get a list of hundreds of related keywords with important information like the monthly search volume. In order to keep track of all the keywords and keyword phrases you want to use, I recommend creating a simple keyword list. And this will come in super handy when writing your product descriptions and other text. Another excellent way to find the most effective keywords to use for your Shopify product is to search on Amazon. You can search Amazon for the product you're selling, click on the top 3 best sellers, and see what keywords and phrases they're using to rank so well. You should look for keywords in the title, the bullet points, and also the page's body content. So now that we've gathered some relevant keywords to use for our product page text, let's move on to our third tip, which is to optimize your product title and description. Your title and description are two highly important elements when it comes to converting shoppers into customers. So first, let's start with the title. Your product title will be used in many places in your Shopify store, including on product pages, collection pages, your checkout cart, and customer emails. It's also displayed as a clickable link in search engines, so make sure it's clear and accurately describes your product. Include your main keyword and keep your title under 70 characters to avoid being shortened by search engines. So now let's move on to the product description. When writing your description, you want to focus on quality and make it easy to read for both the shopper and the search engines. Describe the benefits customers will receive by purchasing your product and address any possible doubts or concerns. You can talk about how the product functions, its use case, who it's made for, or other relevant information that the customers may be interested in. Make sure you include keywords and phrases from your keyword list, but don't keyword stuff. You don't have to use all the keywords on your list, but use it to select the most appropriate ones. When search engines analyze your product page, having longer content will better help it understand what it's about, so try to make your description at least 250 words long. Once you finish writing your description, you want to also add some formatting to your text as well. Using the toolbar up top here, you can highlight your text and add formatting options such as bold or italics. Adding formatting makes your text much more digestible and easy to read for shoppers. For your description, I also recommend adding bullet points to highlight your product's main features and details. To access the bullet points and other options, go ahead and click the three dots icon on the right hand side of the toolbar here. You can then select Bulleted List and bullet points will be added to your description. When writing your bullet points, keep them short and descriptive to give the shoppers a quick snapshot of what the product is. Focus on the most important features of the product that will help the customer make a purchase decision. So we've written our description and added some formatting and bullet points. So now let's move on to our fourth tip, which is to add media to your description. Adding media to your description provides more engaging and visually appealing content for your product page viewers. This could be product images, action shots, infographics, videos, or anything else that would help the customer make a decision about your product. So let's start by adding an image to my description. To do this, go ahead and select where you want your image to go, then click the Insert Image icon in the top toolbar here. This will open up your image menu where you can view the images that you've added to your Shopify store and where you can upload new images as well. To upload a new image, let's go down to the bottom here and click the Upload File button. You can then find and open up the image you want to use in your description. Once your image finishes uploading, go ahead and click it to select it. When you select your image, you'll notice additional options pop up at the bottom of the menu here. When adding a new image to your Shopify store, you always want to make sure to add your image alt text. Your alt text is a short description of your image and will be shown whenever your image won't load. It can also help the visually impaired and increase the SEO in your Shopify store. Your alt text can be a maximum of 512 characters, but try to keep it less than 125. Also, make sure to include the main keyword for your product. Underneath your alt text, you'll see a drop-down menu where you can select your image size. Beside each of the options, you can see the pixel size. For this example, I'm just going to go with the product image, which is 480 pixels. Once you're finished, go down to the bottom right and click the Insert Image button. And your new image should now be added to your product description. To center the image in my description, let's go up to the top toolbar and click the Alignment tab. From the drop-down menu, let's select the Center Align option. And my image is now centered in my product description. If your image is still too big or too small, you can select it and use the corners to drag it to the correct size. There we go. I think this is starting to look pretty good. On Shopify, not only can we add images to our description, but also videos as well. Videos are a great way to grab attention and to show off your product. To add a video to your description, select where you want your video to go, then go up to the top toolbar and select the Insert Video icon. This will open up a menu where you can add an embedded code for your video. To get your video embedded code, you'll first have to upload your video to either YouTube or Vimeo. For this example, I'll be uploading my video to my YouTube channel. If you don't have a YouTube or Vimeo channel, go ahead and create one and upload your video. If you want your video to show up on your Shopify product page, but not on your YouTube channel, make sure you select Unlisted when uploading. So once you've finished uploading your video, go ahead and go to the video page. To get the embedded code for the video, we want to look underneath the video and click the share button. This should open up a new window with various share options. Go ahead and click the icon that says embed. And here's the embedded code for your video. To copy the code, simply go down to the bottom right and click the copy tab. Once you've copied your embed code, head back over to your Shopify product page and paste it in the text box. Once you've added your code, go down to the bottom right and click on Insert Video. And now my Shopify product page has an engaging video to help show off my product. So we've gone over how to add images and videos to your Shopify product page. So now let's move on to our fifth optimization tip, which is to add a call to action. Sometimes people need a little push in the right direction, and you'd be surprised how much a call to action can help increase your conversions. When writing your call to action, you want to keep it clear and simple. Some examples may be to simply say order now, or buy today and impress your friends with your new widget, or maybe even purchase now to get it in time to give as holiday gifts for family. The key is to plainly tell the customer what you want them to do next, and in this case, it would be to place an order. So for my men's classic t-shirt here, I think I'll say springtime is approaching fast. Make sure you're ready by ordering your men's classic tee today. Feel free to get more creative, but for this example, I think that'll work. To help my call to action stand out a bit more, I think I'll make it bold. With a clear call to action, my shoppers now know that the next step would be to make a purchase. So now that my product page has a good call to action, let's move on to our sixth tip, which is to add a size guide. This tip applies to products that come in multiple sizes, particularly clothing items. In order to help customers pick the right size and reduce order returns, you should add a size guide to your product description. A size guide basically tells the customer exactly how the product should fit. For each size of your product, you should list the length, the width, and other relevant information such as the sleeve length. When selling clothing, having a size guide can really impact whether or not a customer makes a purchase. If you like, you could use something like Canva to create a really fancy image to use for your size guide, but since we've already gone over how to upload images, let's create one using a table. To add a new table to my product description, let's look at the toolbar up top and click the Insert Table icon. From the drop-down menu, go ahead and click on Insert Table. There we go. Now that we have our table, we can insert columns and rows by going back up to the table icon. You want to insert one row for each size of your product and columns for your height, your length, and other dimensions. So take your time and go ahead and fill out all the information about your product. If you don't know your product details, you may have to check the manufacturer's website. Also, if you sell products worldwide, you might want to include a size guide with inches for the imperial system, and also one with centimeters for the metric system. This will ensure the customer gets the right size no matter where they're ordering from. So now that my product description has a size guide for my customers, let's move on to the next tip, which is to include a cross-sell to another product in your store. If another product you sell complements the product that your customer is currently viewing, make sure you mention it. This can increase your sales by getting customers to purchase 2 or more items instead of just one. I like to add the cross-sell to the bottom of my description because people that get down that far are likely serious buyers. Cross-selling is a great way to show customers complementary products they may not have known that you previously offered. Anyone purchasing my men's classic tee, for example, would obviously need a pair of Quantum Designs flip-flops. So for my cross-sell, I wrote, "This beautiful classic tee goes great with our Quantum Designs flip-flops. Click here to add them to your cart." And to make it even better, let's add an image of my flip-flops as well. To do this, let's go up to the top toolbar and click on the Insert Image button. And this time, instead of uploading a new image, let's look up top here and click on the Product Images tab. Here's where you can view all of the images of the products that you've already added to your Shopify store. So let's scroll through my products and see if we can find my flip-flops. There we go. I actually have several images of my flip-flops, but for my cross-sell, I think I'll go with this one. Once you select your image, you can then go down to the size drop-down menu. For my cross-sell, let's go with the product thumbnail. Once you select your image and your size, go ahead and click on the Insert Image button. And the image of my flip-flops has been added to my description to use for my cross-sell. In order for customers to add the flip-flops to their cart, we're gonna need to add a link. To do this, let's head over to my Shopify store and go to my flip-flops product page. Once you get to the page of the item that you're cross-selling, simply go up top and copy the page URL. Now let's head back over to our product description and add the link to my image. Simply select the image that you want to add the link to, then go up to the top toolbar and click the link icon. You'll then see a window pop up where you can add your link. In the first field, go ahead and paste in the URL that you copied. From the drop-down menu on the right, make sure you select to open the link in a new window. We don't want customers abandoning the original product. And of course, make sure you enter a good link title with keywords for SEO and accessibility. Once you're finished, go ahead and click the Insert Link button. And the link to my flip-flops product page has been added to my image. And a quick note, while updating your product page, make sure you save frequently to avoid losing any changes. Not too long ago, my power shut off in the middle of doing a bunch of work, and I forgot to save. Needless to say, that wasn't a fun day. So now that everything is saved and backed up, let's move on to our next tip, which is to optimize your product images. Your product image is the first thing shoppers see when browsing products, making it one of the most important elements of your product page. It has to be eye-catching, attention-grabbing, and entice people to actually want to click. This is an area you really want to spend some time on and try to get the best media for your product as possible. On Shopify, not only can you use photos for your product images, but also add videos and even 3D models. Your images can be any size up to 5,760 by 5,760 pixels or 20 megapixels and need to have a file size smaller than 20 megabytes to be added to Shopify. You can add up to 250 images and videos to your product media, but that may be a little overkill. Your product images are extremely important, so you want to make sure to take the highest quality photos possible. If you're taking the photos yourself, feel free to use a DSLR camera if you have one, but if not, the camera on your smartphone is just fine. The key is to have good lighting, which can be achieved by using daylight bulbs, some inexpensive LED lights from Amazon, or simply some sunlight from a window. If you have a smaller product that you're selling, you can get some really good shots by using a light box to take your photos. You can get them for under 50 bucks on Amazon, and they'll really come in handy if you need quality images for multiple products. In my opinion, this is probably the best way to take your product images, but if all this sounds too much and you have no interest in taking photos, you could simply hire a local photographer to shoot some shots for you. Or maybe you have a friend that's into photography that you can borrow for a day to help you with your images. And keep in mind that you can also add video clips, so I highly recommend adding at least one video clip of your product. Video clips are a powerful way to give customers a better connection with your product and have been proven to increase conversion rates. So you've taken some quality photos, but we're not quite done yet. After taking your photos, you also want to take the time to edit them to improve the quality and highlight your product. Unless the background of your image is relevant to the product, I recommend removing it to provide a much cleaner look. Removing the background makes your product stand out so the customer can focus on the product and not its surroundings. Whenever I want to remove a background from an image, I always use Canva. With the Canva background remover, you can easily remove the background from your images with a single click. But in order to access the background remover, you'll need to have a Canva Pro account. If you want to give it a try for free, head over to jasongandy.info and click the Unlock Canva Pro button, or simply click the link in the video description. So now that I've edited my image and removed the background, let's head back over to Shopify and upload it to my product page. To upload your images and your videos to your Shopify product page, go ahead and click the Add button in the media section here. You can then find and upload your new media. You can rearrange your media by simply clicking and dragging them to whatever order you wish. Keep in mind that whatever photo you put in the first slot here will be your main product image. To delete an image, simply click the checkbox in the top left then go up to Delete File. You can then click Delete and the media will be removed. When uploading a video, it may take a few minutes to process, but once it's finished, you should be able to preview it from the menu here. For all of your product images and your videos, you also want to make sure to add your alt text. Your alt text improves accessibility on your site and can help with your SEO by telling search engines what your image is about. Make sure to clearly describe your image and try to include some keywords. So now that I've optimized the media for my product, let's scroll down and move on to our next tip, which is to optimize your product variants. Variants are created from the options that you select for your product. You can add variants to a product that comes with more than one option, such as size or color. For my t-shirt, it has 3 color options including black, navy, and white, and multiple sizes. If you wanted to add another option, such as material type, you could click the Add Another Option tab at the bottom here. You can then select the name and the values for your new options. The combination of my various colors and sizes will form my variants, such as a black small, a black medium, a black large, and so on. You can see them all already created in the variants section here. So if the product that you sell has several options, make sure you create variants for your customer to select from. Also, you should have at least one photo uploaded for each variant to show the differences. Not necessarily one for each size, but definitely one showing each color that you offer. If you click the photo icon beside your variants, you'll be able to open up the variant image menu where you can select the image to use for that variant, or upload a new image from your device. For all of my black variants, I think I'll change it to the new image we just edited. This will ensure the customer always sees the highest quality image, no matter which variant they're viewing. To update them all in bulk, simply select the checkbox beside the ones you want to update, then click the 3 dots icon at the bottom tab here. This will open up a menu where you can select from all sorts of options to edit your variants. Since I want to update my image, let's click on Add Images. I can then select my new image that we uploaded earlier, and all of my black variants should be changed to my new image. Another thing you want to keep in mind when updating your variants is your costs. Using the price column, you can set the price for each individual variant. If some variants cost more to make, you may want to charge a higher price. For example, with some clothing items, the larger sizes cost a little bit more to produce. So to offset your costs, you may add a little bit more to the price on the larger sizes. So now that we've updated our variants, let's move on to the next tip, which is to optimize your product organization. Here's where you can input various information to organize your product. The product category is the predefined category of a product. It's the main category that can help you manage your products in Shopify, determine the rate at which the product is taxed, and make it easier to sell products on other channels. For t-shirts and other similar items, I use the product category of shirts and tops. Next, you can enter your product type. Your product type is similar to the product category, except you can add other labels that are not predefined. For my men's classic tee, let's add the types of classic tee, t-shirt, and men's t-shirt. Under vendor, go ahead and enter the manufacturer, wholesaler, or other vendor for the product. And if you're the vendor, just select your brand name. And in the next tab here, we can add our product to one of our collections. If you click the menu, you should see all of the collections that you've already created for your store. For my t-shirt, let's add it to my clothing and apparel collection. If you need help setting up collections in your Shopify store, make sure you head over to my channel and check out the video I made on the process. Once you add your product to a collection, you'll see it appear at the bottom of the menu here. And the last section we have here is our tags. Hopefully you still have your keyword list handy, because this is where you'll enter your searchable keywords that can be associated with your product. Entering tags can help your customers find your products through your online store search, and they can also be used to add your product to automated collections. Tags are highly important, so make sure you select the most relevant keywords. So now that we've optimized our product organization, let's scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page here and go over our 11th and final tip, which is to optimize your search engine listing. This is another really important area that you want to pay attention to for SEO. To edit our search engine listing, let's click the Edit tab at the top right. Your search engine listing is how your listing will appear in search engines like Google. With this in mind, you want to use clear, descriptive, and engaging text. In the first section, you can enter your page title. This will be the title that customers can see and click in the search results. Go ahead and write a descriptive title and keep it under 70 characters. Once you finish with your title, you can then go down and enter your meta description. Your meta description is the brief bit of text that will be shown after your title in the search results. It should be a short description that's under 320 characters. By default, it will automatically take part of your original description to use for your meta description. But in order to make the best use of these 320 characters, we're going to write something unique. When writing your meta description, make sure you use your keyword list to add relevant keywords and keyword phrases to help new customers find your link. This will increase your SEO and help your page move up in the search rankings. Write in a natural tone and try to describe your product and include your store name. Once you're finished with your meta description, you can then move down to your URL handle. This will be the URL that's linked to your product. Go ahead and take a look at your URL handle and try to include your main keyword, product type, and remove any unneeded words or symbols. So we've gone through and optimized pretty much every section on our product here. So let's go up to the top and make sure we hit that save button. And my men's classic tee has been updated and saved to my Shopify store. To check it out, let's click on view and head over to the product page. And here's my new fully optimized product page on Shopify. We have my new main image here, my various sizes with different prices for the larger variants. We have my optimized description with relevant keywords and keyword phrases, another product shot, and even a video. We have my key product features, my call to action, my size guide, and at the bottom, we have my cross sell with my flip-flops that customers can click to view. So that's an overview of 11 different things that you can do to optimize your Shopify product page. If you have other ideas, be sure to let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.